All right, let's see what we got here. We're gonna have to mix up some stuff, and I think where do I want to start? I think I want to start. Let's start right up here on this big one. Oh, I'm gonna need some black. Where'd my black go? Tuck that right up on the top of there. So in a way, tonight is an anniversary stream, if you will. My wife and I have been together now for 21 years. And you can tell how much she loves me because she's in the other room perfectly fine with me in here streaming and painting and doing a bunch of nonsense. So we've had a pretty good run of those 21 years. She's pretty awesome. She puts up with my nonsense, which that goes a long way. All right. So I'm just going to get in here. When I was working on this earlier, it looked like, hopefully I'm in focus there. When I was working on this earlier, I noticed that I had kind of missed some spots way down here in the deep recesses. So we're just going to touch those in. I will probably have to darken that up later, but that's okay. In fact, you know what? Let's just darken it up right now. So 21 years ago, my wife and I tied the knot. We had an awesome wedding. She remembers very little of it because she got blasted, which is too bad because it was really. I mean, we had a lot of fun. I wore a kilt, and she wore this like really cool, uh, almost like the sleeves were really frilly on it, and almost looked like a Renaissance type dress. It was awesome. So you can probably see a little green stuff right in here. There's a bit of gap where it looked like the chain for this thing, the metals. There's a big gap or gouge kind of taken out there and over here on this other side. So I filled that in with some green stuff and epoxy sculpt mix earlier today. And then my glue was out, so because I touched in a little bit of glue to help make sure that those stayed put. But that way, that should look a little bit nicer once I get all the metals done. Yep. Yeah, thanks. Thanks. 21 years is an awful long time for any woman to put up with my bullshit, but she's done it, so hats off to her. So I'm just going to start weathering this. The pattern on this, or the sculpt of this, is already pretty weathered. So we're just going to roll with that and make this a very weathered, beaten up leather strap. It's not all going to be this red color. We'll probably push some yellows into this and see if we can go for some salmon colored highlights. Maybe some other I don't know. We'll just see where it goes. Question for you here that are here. My Discord is beeping in the background. I don't know if you guys can hear that. If you can, let me know. I'll see if I can tone that down just a bit. So this particular leather strap has a great big shelf on the top of it. So I want to darken down the bulk of that shelf so that it just kind of fades away. And then as we hit the edges of it, we'll let the edges kind of define where that strap is, instead of having a great, I don't know if you can see that on camera. Can you see that? Bookend kitties, hello! You can't hear beeping? Yeah, alright. So let's see if I can just, I don't know, can I mute the whole damn thing without turning it off? Yeah, see there? It's beep, beep, beep. Bookend kitties, how you doing tonight? No, it's my Discord in the background. I've got it running in the background, but people are getting a little chatty tonight, and so they're creating disturbances. So it's probably, I can mute this one. Whoops. I'm gonna mute that one for a few hours. Mute that one for a few hours. All right, that should be the noisier ones. If the other channels start popping up, we'll mute them too. You are well. Currently fishing out the best bits of my soup. What kind of soup you do? Funny you should mention soup, because I was just talking to Magical Hack a little bit ago about. So I normally just have like a can of soup for lunch, and I went and bought, you know, a bunch of soup for lunches or whatever. My wife is looking at the receipt, and she's like, "Hey, this soup is nuts! Like in terms of price, like $3.40 a can or something like that." And she's like, "Yeah, I normally get this for $1.89." So. So what kind of soup are you eating, and what are the best bits? Chicken soup? Oh yeah, yeah. Like chicken, or like a chicken noodle, or just like a chicken broth type of thing? The chicken in the broth. Oh yeah, good soup. Good soup. And that's way better than the stuff I normally eat for lunches, I'm sure, because it didn't come out of a can from the grocery store. Well, Book and Kitties, thanks for coming in. I know that we have run across each other's paths on in many other streams, so I appreciate you taking a little bit of time out of your evening to come in here and spend your time with me. If I'm not mistaken, I first met you in Thunderdome Drew's streams, which, I haven't seen him on quite a while. I hope he's doing okay. If he's not painting, that is a travesty and a crime, because that dude paints super plus ultra good. I love his work. The trick is the bouillon. Gotcha. Chicken, veggie, medley, and bouillon cubes. I tried using some bouillon cubes once, and I'm pretty sure I fucked it up. Finding a good bouillon cube is a pain in the butt. So when I found one of the brands that I like, I bought 2 bottles. Yeah, nice. Not since February. Apparently, he's doing the working and driving everywhere thing and the good dad thing while he still can. Yeah, awesome. Well, I mean, good for him. I mean, I know he worked. I mean, he had a regular job, so it sounds like that's keeping him pretty busy. And I know that he cares an awful lot about his kids. Um, so like I say, I would love to see him come back when he can. But by all means, family and putting a roof over your head. That's all. Um, that's all more important. So. If you happen to run across him, tell him I said hi. Alright, we're just going to get this nice and dark, nice and super dark, and then we'll start working up the edges.